Sarojini Naidu once said, "It is not your pride that you are a Madrasi. It is not your pride that you are a Brahmin. It is not your pride that you belong to South India or you are a Hindu. That it is your pride that you are an Indian who have democracy and freedom." It is a matter of great joy for me to wish all Indians. It is a great significance as it marks the beginning of 75th years of India's independence, for which Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav is being celebrated. This is an initiative by Indian government to celebrate the independence of progressive India and glorious history of people, culture and achievements. What do you think that Independence Day stands for? For me, it is a festival of freedom, which was only made possible by generation of freedom fighters, some known and some unknown. As it is deeply said by Rabindranath Tagore, man's history is being shaped according to the difficulties it encounters. An ordinary piece of iron can become a powerful magnet by aligning all its molecules in the same direction. This tells us about the era which have strength in unity, which reflects the illustration that some wars can be won by non-violence, which have proactive youth and noble leaders who don't want repression but only want independence. Today, we breathe under free skies and celebrate this momentous day. But this was not a centuries ago. Many decades, India was under the control of British Empire. Prior to that, it was controlled by East India Company. Do you know that first whistle for India's independence took place in 1857, which was famously called as Indian Rebellion? As it is inspiredly said by Bhagat Singh, the sword of revolution is sharpened on whetstone of ideas. Thousands laid their lives so our country can breathe this day. Many freedom fighters took part in the movement with vision of Kranti and revolution in their mind, and they finally ousted the British to free the nation on 15th August 1947. Did you notice that words have meaning but names have power? And one such power was India's first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who unfurled the tricolor Khadi national flag from Red Fort on midnight of August 15 and warbled the national anthem written by Rabindranath Tagore. Prime Minister was also a global style icon. He was also famous for his sparking Independence Day speech, in which he said, "Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. On the stroke of midnight hours, when the world will sleep, India will awake to life and freedom." Through his speech, you can feel the desire and power for independence. Today, after 75 years of India's independence, we are youth generation. It is our responsibility to keep the legacy of our country and perform our duties and progress together by implementing some important deeds. First, making India clean and green. Second, making India self-reliant or campaigning for Atmanirbhar Bharat. As Bose said, nation is the tree on which the trunk are Swaraj and branches are Swadeshi. Today, India is independent, but its people were still dependent until 2020, when our Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Narendra Modi given a kickstart to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Third, making India corruption-free. Corruption is here, corruption is there, moreover corruption is everywhere. But as a strong citizen, we must need to stand against corruption. Fourth, make eradication of communalism and roll out secularism. At last, I would like to say that keeping the sacrifices and oblation of our ancestors in mind, we must take an oath to carve a better future for our motherland. One flag, one land, one heart, one hand, and one nation for which we should always bravely stand. Vande Mataram.